Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, after a series of winter storms, I should say the latest in the series of winter storms that came in on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and quite a bit colder on Saturday, Sunday turned out to be a fairly nice day, and Monday was absolutely gorgeous, to say the least. And a lot of people took advantage of the nice weather and got out. With the opening of the Big Sioux River, a lot of people started going out there. But again, more and more people are just heading to the Missouri River. That seems where the majority of the traffic is, because obviously there's no ice out there. So that's the thing to keep in mind. The area lakes that produce walleyes this past week, though, it's starting to increase a little bit more as the ice sheets come off the lakes. Whitewood and Thompson are two of the newest ones. The ice sheets aren't completely gone there yet at this point in time, but there's spaces wide enough or open enough to where you can cast some jigs and minnows, and they're having some decent luck there. Other lakes included Madison, Vermilion, also North Island, Twin, which is the trophy lake, remember, and then also Wall Lake, but you have to sort quite a bit at Wall Lake. There are a lot of smaller walleyes being caught there. And then, as I mentioned, the Big Sioux River up around the Flandreau area has been doing fairly well, but the spots are definitely limited in that location. But the main story has been the Missouri River. Guys that are going out there in the boats. Again, patience is definitely a virtue out there when you're waiting for to launch your boat. A lot of guys are coming away with plenty of limits of nice walleyes, nice fat walleyes, whether or not they're using a jig and a minnow or they're casting the jig. But the main thing is live bait seems to be doing the target and really producing the fish that you'd like to see. Now, the short bite hasn't really taken off there yet, but again, I think with the warmer weather, but we're going to be fluctuating quite a bit here the next week, that may impact that bite a little bit from shore. But if you put in your time, you're eventually going to be, happy, to say the least. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about hair jigs, because this is the time of the year that you're really going to start wanting to focus on using some hair jigs. You can tip them with a minnow, and sometimes you don't even have to tip them with a minnow, because that hair actually provides a little bit more action to the jig, a little bit more movement than you otherwise would have versus a normal lead-headed jig. There's a number of companies that have hair jigs out. We have a wide variety of them, to say the least. We have them from VMC, Northland. We'll also have the Outcast, the chicken jigs, which have been very popular this past year. But there's also different lengths of hair jigs. In other words, how long is that skirt? The VMC bucktails, the flash tail, the deep V flash tail jigs have a little bit shorter tail to them. This time of year, it seems like they prefer a little bit longer tail, and that's where I would prefer, using the deep V bucktail jig or the moontail jig from VMC. Both of those have a little bit longer profile tail and add a little bit more action or movement to that jig than you otherwise would have. So again, don't just unnecessarily just fall into that mindset that you need to have a lead-headed jig and tipped with a minnow. Also, keep in mind the hair jigs, because this is the time of the year, the spring, that you really start focusing your attention on using that type of presentation. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, all you have to do is send it to me, and you can do that by sending it to todd@dakotaangler.com. Well, I want to thank all of you for your patience in helping us, waiting for us to get the store switched over. We're about 80% there. So again, your extended patience is much appreciated. But again, if you're looking for anything in the latest realm of open water tackle, we have it right here at the store, and also online at dakotaangler.com. So if you can't make it here to the store, make sure you check us out on the web, because everything that you see on the store floor is available on our website, and we'll ship it out to you the next day. So again, if you have any questions, though, give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay healthy and always stay safe.